Good everyone, let's hear from BG Trading. Hope you are well. Today is June 16, 2023, and I'll be analyzing Syrah Resources, which the SX code is SYR. This is a graphite producer, okay, and a node material producer outside of China. Our ASX listed company. And unlike all the stocks that we have analyzed in the past, like Tauga and Renosco Resources, Syrah Resources is actually producing and has recently done not recently, but a year ago, signed up with Tesla to supply Tesla with anode materials, and its production facility for that offtake agreement is going to come in place in the third quarter of calendar year 2023. So we're getting close to that. But the interesting fact, and the reason I actually brought this stock in, is because it's trading at technically discounted price and has great fundamental value at the moment as well. So both trading at technically discounted price and great fundamental value brought us to actually record this video, and I'm very pleased to be able to assess stocks when they actually haven't risen yet. As you can see here, stocks that are actually trading really low, like relatively low, then for me it's very easy to come after like a few months later and then come when the stocks already trading in the foam area, where the hype is already there, but you probably have missed the boat, and we don't want that to happen. Okay, so we wanna really get into before. That's our idea with these videos here at BG Trading Community. So let's have a look what's happening with Syrah Resources. I just want to remind you, this isn't a financial advice, okay? It's just us from BG Trading, sharing with you how we apply our strategies, BGS20 and BG Trading strategy that aims to achieve 20 to 40% within 1 to 3 months lead time, with small and mid-sized caps most of the time. Okay, we normally avoid the nano caps, and sometimes we trade with large caps if those large caps offer that a threshold swing of 20%, which is the threshold profit level that we're looking into BGS20 strategy. Okay, and I also like to invite you to become a member of our free Facebook community. We call that Buy, Grow, and Sell with Strategy for share traders. In this community, we post a lot of great quality content with fantastic conversation with our members about potential buying opportunities, stocks that are actually trading in what we call technically discounted prices. And also you can see some of our results that we have been recently trading in, like Magnus Energy, which we managed to lock in about 30% back in February, Northern Star, Evolution, all around 28 to 30%. Risk, we only did 20%. Then we did Centire Limited twice 35% since January. First trade was in January, second trade was in April. When I gotta tell you, we're still looking at that stock potentially if it falls into levels that allow us to buy as per our strategy. Then we're going to buy again. Great quality company, by the way. Then Core Lithium, we did 35% in Lake Resources as well. Megaport, we sold half of our holdings at 26% and the other half at 37%, probably average about 30%. And then Appen, we did trade Appen very recently at 33%. A lot of those stocks has actually been very painful within our trading range, but because we knew about the fundamental value of those companies, then we decide to stick in the trade. Some trades, obviously, we take stop losses, and we are proud taking stop losses because normally our stop losses is far shorter than the profits. Finally, just before jumping into the video, I wanted to let you know that we are running at end of financial year offer. So essentially, for anyone that wants come on board on a 12 and 18 month membership, we're going to be adding 12 months for the 18 months membership for free of charge, and 6 months free of charge extra on the top of a 12 months plan, but also we're going to have access to our latest and a new upcoming trading mastery online course, which will allow you to understand as well not only BGS 20 technical aspects, but also the fundamental, how we actually look into the fundamental key metrics to make the best trading decision possible using BGS 20 strategy. So a lot's going on here in our community. So let's jump straight into our analysis of Syrah resources now. So this report is based on the latest FY23 first quarter report, and obviously as well the company presentation in the last few events. We went through everything the company does and want to understand in deep before obviously buying anything. But essentially, I have put the highlights on this analysis, and it is available free of charge in our Facebook community. So, Syrah Resources is a major or outside of China natural graphite and active anode material supplier for global customers. So essentially, battery manufacturer for EV or other sort of devices as well, with upstream and downstream expansion potential underpinned by its world-class Balama resources. Okay, Syrah Resources is a global business. It's set to supply growing battery anode demand. It's common knowledge here that anode materials are in a high demand, and from now to 2030. The challenge here is whether we're going to have enough suppliers to be able to attend this very high demand market. So the company is looking at integrate different sort of stage of processing and manufacturing the battery materials for anodes, obviously including with full focus into graphite, natural graphite, which is one of the key elements for a battery. One of the things I like in this company, and normally look, I'm not a humanitarian or anything, but they actually, this company has a lot of involvement into the community. The main project, Balama Graphite operation, is in Mozambique, which obviously is a poor economy, poor country, but they have a lot of work into the community, which makes obviously somehow, if we're an investor on this company, would make us proud to be holding stock that not just will potentially provide us a profit, but also would have some really good involvement with those poor communities. So essentially what's happening here, the company has signed up last year a binding offtake agreement with Tesla for off-taking most of its early years production in Vidalia active anode material plant in Louisiana. And this plant is set to be commissioning and start production in Q3 2023, which is still this year, this calendar year, okay, and with second half of this year. So that is, look, it's less than 6 months away if we see that, but the excitement on this stock is obviously as soon as we have this confirmation, we have this commissioning going on, we probably will see a very sharp, effective recovery on the stock price. Okay. Also, the economics for that project is very compelling as well. So, with payback period of between 4 to 6 years and long-term EBITDA margin based on the current, not current, but based on material prices back where the company has done the definitive feasibility study of 44 to 60%, which is pretty good, to be honest, for that type of business. Also, in the Q2, which is pretty much now, Balama solar and battery system expected to be commissioned, and obviously, as far as I'm aware of, this should be generating energy to the plant. Look, I'm not 100% sure on this information, but the whole idea for me, looking at that Balama solar battery system, is to generate free energy for that. I mean, free not because there was a remarkable investment here, but energy for the plant. Obviously, I need to verify this information. Okay, it could be for the community as well, but I'm would incline to be to believe that this is for generating, obviously lowering the cost of Balama productions as well. So revenue has increased strongly year on year. That's very important. And like, if you've been following us long enough here, you know that there are great quality trading stocks for us and great quality companies with great fundamentals. What we wanted to have here is, if you can have a combination of both, then happy days. That's the best possible combination. In this case, we kind of almost have a great combination of both, because this stock is currently trading at technically discounted price. I'm going to show you later on the chart formation. But also, if you look at here, there was a very consistent increment, a very consistent improvement on the revenue. Okay, but mostly important, okay, when you look into revenue, you also got to look. Okay, mostly important, you got to look at what is the net profit or net loss of this company. But the net loss has been improving year on year, which is really positive. We're looking at potentially a break even. Obviously, this company has raising huge capital last year in order to fully fund this project, and therefore be able to fulfill Tesla offtake agreement. And that has obviously brought some dilution to the stock. As you can see, the stock was diluted, and that explains some of the sharp loss on the stock. Okay, so but now obviously capital raising is always short-term negative for the stock. But if that helps for the company to be taken to a much better level, it is essentially a positive thing on that. So obviously negative cash flow, which is no good, but that's a result of the Syrah being implementing this new facility. Potentially all these one-off costs, not one-off costs, but this investment has been finished. We will see some dramatic improvement on the free cash flow as well. This is some of the potential clients. I'm not going to go in detail here. What I want to go in detail is the price which the natural graphite sales happening at the moment. And then look, the prices in US dollars per ton here. So essentially, from 2022 to 2023, we have seen sort of a peak on the price, but the Q1 FY23 prices is still a lot better than the Q1 2022, which enhances the fact that the company is still in a very good position and the market is still extremely hot. It's not as high as it was in Q3 and Q4 2022, but it's still, as you can see in this chart here. So 10% drop on Balama production and operations in FY22. That also explains the fact the share price has moved down. As you saw, all the lithium stocks also has a massive correction. This is not a lithium stock, but it's on EV sort of a related market, and it's also taken some dramatic correction. But fundamentally, the company has dropped its production, mostly as a result of inventory constraints in some minor unexpected processing problems that has impacted the performance. And but now there's a lot of resources in the media showing that most of the inventory in China has been diluted, has been consumed, and which means we probably will have in the following quarters we'll have a increment on production as well. I'm just speculating on this. We probably will, because supply and demand, obviously. Let's go. Okay, let's jump now to the stock, the technical aspects of the company. Okay, now why I'm liking this stock now, because as you can see, it appears that has a bottom up here, right here around 85 cents, between sort of 84 cents to 96 cents, which we call hypothetical support level. Okay, so remember, for BGS20, we don't actually set one number. Let's say this is a support at 80 cents or 90 cents, whatever. No, it is a range, guys. If you set one number, you're gonna get crazy and you probably will be mistaken. So allow this range from 84 cents to 96 cents. Okay, so the idea here is, obviously, there is not enough range to trade in this hypothetical support, and I wouldn't recommend anyone or suggest anyone to trade in the support with the support range. This is silly; doesn't have enough range. But what I'm looking here is as a huge volume start piling up, and every time we have sell off, then buyers step in again, and then sells again, and then buyers step in a high volume, and then sells again, and today again buyers stepping in a high volume. So that suggests a relative strength on that level. And if you look into RSA as well, I'm just gonna move my face here. Look, we have some divergence from the actual share price movement, which is now flat, going slightly going down here, but flat, and some ascendant line here on RSI. Obviously, if you understand technical analysis, you know this is a very short term compared to the whole chart formation to consider the RSI, but I like, because RSI gives us some very interesting, very compelling idea of what's gonna be happening with the stock. So essentially, we can see a potential change of direction, and the trade could start going up from now on. Obviously, normally takes a few weeks to that happen, and we still need some confirmation. We don't want that to break out here. And saying about breaking out, we have seen a lot of fake breakouts out there. Keep in mind, if you're trading stock that has a positive growth prospect and good fundamentals, in this case, this company is not a speculative stock, is actually producing. So it's very likely that we see some fake breakouts in critical levels, and for me, this is a critical level right here. So wouldn't surprise me if we see one intraday under like 80 cents, and all of a sudden the stock closes above this type of level here. So essentially, I would chase here a 20 to 40%, which would bring the stock, like a closing position around $1.40, sort of speaking. I'm not indicating that as a absolute target. I'm just saying that there are some trading opportunities, provided this is actually proven to be a reversal. And like any stock, you gotta make sure you set up stop losses. Is critical. But when the fundamentals are good, sooner or later, history has proven that the stock price tends to perform in line to its fundamentals. Also, as you can see in the chart, the stock's trading at technically discounted price, about 10% under the SMA 40, and incredibly 40% below the SMA 250, which is the long-term moving average. Okay, not much of a brainer here, to be honest. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna finish now. Have a fantastic weekend, and let us know your thoughts about Syrah Resources at the current level around 90 cents as we speak. Have a fantastic weekend. Bye. The whole idea when we designed BG Trading BGS 20 strategy was to use only a set number of indicators to make it simple and clear to understand and to be able to apply our KPIs very easily and very effectively. So you don't have to be any Wall Street smart person to be able to apply those strategies. We really hope this course will help you to make better decisions and make successful trades. See you in the course.